I would not say they left me, but they just became absent.
Growing up, we were told that a family
But you know what my stepmom did?
are related by blood and they stay together.
Then my dad says, so from today onwards, you are not my daughter.
So what caused that? Were you the problem?
My dad married another woman.
Growing up, we were told that a family is a group of members who are related by blood and they stay together. But what happens when now the element of staying together is eliminated? Not just that, we get denounced. Well, today we are sitting with a woman who has redefined what's possible. At 23, her own family denounced her, and that did not stop her. They left her with no safety nets, no backup. Just she was left with options to either give up or continue moving. She decided to stand up strong and face the challenges that the world was throwing at her. She did not stop at that. She defined the whole concept of resilience. She changed the narrative. She paid her own tuition at some point. Well, that's not a pity story. That's a powerful story. Ladies and gentlemen, join me welcome a one and only Beatrice Eyotaro on this show. Good to have you around.
Thank you.
So how I would want you to take us through how did this whole thing happen? Because now we are having some tough times as this generation. Some people can choose to judge you, imploring the fact that there has to be a reason as to why they left you. In an actual sense, did they actually leave you? Or maybe me, the host, I am having my own different type of the story. I would want you to take us through that.
Okay, I would not say they left me, but they just became absent, though they were present watching, because at the end of the day, everything that happens along the way, they knew it, even if I was not in touch with them. That means they were observing what was happening. They just left absent, but they were observing at a distance. Yeah.
So what caused that? Were you the problem or?
I could be the problem to some extent because of the reaction, but I wouldn't justify it on me, though with the fact that I've reached at an adult stage, I take responsibility of everything.
Okay.
But if I throw back down the story and if I could change everything, I would 100% blame my parents or the people who were around me. But in African context, they say parents are never wrong.
Elders.
Yeah, elders are never wrong.
Okay.
Regardless what happens. But my life story has been shaped on, first of all, introversy. I was brought up as a girl who had no freedom to express herself. Whether happiness or sadness, I was trained to just keep quiet. Then I was also trained to take responsibilities. So literally, honestly speaking, I can tell you, I just started now defining what really love is when I reached Makerere.
Okay.
To me, it was just responsibility. And I can now clearly draw lines why I wouldn't stay in a relationship, because I wouldn't take it like a heartfelt thing. I would always take everything as responsibility.
Okay.
Yeah. So I would love to break it down so that we can follow the storyline very well.
Please go ahead.
Okay. I want to start from my babyhood.
Okay.
My childhood story, because it has a lot of foundation in my life.
Okay.
So I am born in a family of, right now we're 11 children. I'm the second born, I'm the first girl.
Okay.
So first, we are four for my dad and my mom. We had a very beautiful home. So beautiful that we had everything we need. We had chicken, we had goats, we had 2 cows, we had a big farmland, even like at the entrance, our home was the last home in the village. So you could walk so deep in the village to reach our home. We had the water flowing around the, like at the like a trench. So
Okay.
it was such a beautiful home. But it didn't last for long. I can't understand why. I'm not in a good position to explain things between my mom and my dad. But what I could realize, they started having wrangles, misunderstandings. So when we reached 4, that when my younger sister was 8 months, things collapsed. By then I was now 6 years.
Okay.
Yeah, but it was amazing. Like, it was a beautiful home. So when we separated, of course, my dad gave mom everything in the house.
Oh.
The chairs, even the cups.
Okay. That was.
So we left with 1 cup and 1 jerrycan that evening, and we slept on a biscuit that night when mom left. And that pained me.
So your mom also left you guys?
Yes. Dad said he can never take any of his children with her.
Okay.
So the younger child was still breastfeeding. So she left with mom. There's no way she could remain with us.
You.
Yeah.
So you were
So
left
it
with
was
us 3.
me, my dad, my elder brother, and my immediate follower, who is now at year 1 university.
Okay.
We slept on a mat because mom took everything. But what I can say is that I would tell a story and narrate, and the lessons I drew from it. I felt the pain of separation right from that time. It defined to me, like, I would ask questions like, Dad, is mommy going to come back? Are we going to come back again? Like, all that. But my dad never wanted to hear anything like mommy, like that. So, we were carried from the village to come and stay in town, change of environment. Of course, when we reached in Arua town, we stayed like, I didn't say where I come from.
It's okay, we'll follow.
Yeah, so when we came from Arua town, we came to stay in the city because we're staying in the village.
Okay.
So when we reached the city, of course, they gave us a home. It was also a new environment, excitement of being in a city. I was like, all those pains vanish. You know, when you're a child, a lot of things keep shifting there and there.
Yeah.
So I think God brought me up as a cheerful girl. I remember I was a happy girl when I was still young. So that caused them to give me a nickname. I was called Tata.
Okay.
You tell me, go and bring for me water, I would run.
Get
like every time I'm always just happy. I never had a reason to get sad. So when we reached Arua town, my dad married another woman. So when he married another woman, of course, we welcomed her. Dad was like, this is going to be your new mom, all that. Then I'm like, okay. We started staying in the house. The lady also had another child who was in the same age with my younger brother who was with me.
Okay.
So they brought us a maid. Series of things would happen, but that's when I started learning the real definition of responsibility. I started seeing myself responsible for my younger brother. Though my elder brother was there, of course, he's a boy. He would come to school, throw his books, go play football, come back. But I was in P3.
Okay.
I have to come from school, cook food, make sure my brother's eaten, make sure he has bathed, now like that.
So you became the mother?
Yeah, though the maid was there. My stepmom was also working with the same organization with that, so they would used to come home over the weekends. Yeah.
Okay.
So they would go to MVP and come back over the weekends. So the whole of from Monday to Friday, it was only us at home.
So you would be the mother of your siblings and your step brother?
Yes.
Okay.
No, she's my stepsister.
Stepsister.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So a lot of things. The only thing that could trigger me so much during that time would be the kind of responsibility I carried forward. I started carrying big jerrycans of water, 20 liters at that age.
6 years?
Yeah, by then I think I was like 6 coming to 7.
Okay.
We didn't ever have water at home. Washing heavy blankets from the well, you carry them home.
You would wash them?
Yes, you wash them yourself. And my stepmom will make sure that you wash them. But I appreciate her because despite all the things I went through, she trained me to enjoy life, like to learn how to work.
Okay.
Yeah. Those days I would be like, she's mistreating me, she's that. But
as you grow,
I've just realized that I realized how important she was in my life when I was really now facing life at campus, all that. Yeah, but it was, to me, I would advise a parent not to train a child that way.
Okay. How do you think they should train them?
There are better ways of telling a child how to do things. Okay.
Right.
Like if I were a parent right now, I would not make my child of 7 years to go to the well to carry
And
20 liters jerrycan and make it a must on her that if you don't do it, this is a done
no food.
deal. Yes. No, there was nothing like no food. But I think there's always like, power of words.
I know.
They never, to be honest, if my parents gave me canes, I would not have buried pain in my heart. But they beat me through their words.
Okay.
You would sit at a table and enjoy a meal with a family member, but all you receive is, so you didn't do this. What's wrong with you? You're so lazy.
You can never do anything
You're
right.
You're good at eating.
Good for nothing.
When I send you to do this, you don't want to do it, but you're just good at eating. So at the end of the day, I would lose appetite and be like, let me leave their food. So I would go to the bedroom and ask questions like, Mommy, where are you? Mommy, where are you? I wish you were here. Because me and my mom would come and hug my mom. I used to tell her anything. I feel like, Mommy, I'm not feeling well. Mommy, this, but all this changed. So whenever I would want to associate with my stepmom as my mom, I would see like resentment or there was a line between there was a line between us. So I started now receiving names. Before that, I was daddy's favorite. Maybe I am still. Okay. My dad, I think among all the children, I'm the one who enjoyed daddy's love most. Daddy would carry me in his laps. I even used to suck daddy's breasts when I was young. So play cards together. You pamper me to sleep. So when we came to Arua town, I wanted that same attention. Okay. Maybe I had not outgrown babyhood. And I'm a girl, I understand biological girls get connected to their fathers. Yeah. So when I would run to daddy's bedroom never had a boundary for me. It was an easy access. Open. Yeah. So whenever I would run to daddy, like, what are you doing here? You go out. This is tell you, your dad or your stepmom. Yeah, go out. This is our room. So I would expect my dad to be like, you come, like to make it feel like I'm not pushing you away. Child. But he would keep quiet and tell me, I'll come to you later. So of course I would still go to my room and be like, I'll talk to my mom. Mommy, things have changed. Daddy no longer loves me. You would like tell her in spirit. Okay. I would hold my pillow. Of course, when I'm telling all these things, I cry. And this is how I learned that I developed a resentment spirit, because I would always just talk to my pillow and cry and I feel better. Okay. So be like, Daddy, Mommy, where are you? Things have changed. Daddy no longer loves me. He's pushing me away. I wanted to tell him this and he has refused to listen to me. So I'll cry, be like, maybe I'll see you another day. Then clean my tears. Of course, you don't have to show to people that you're from crying. Of course, I'll move out, do the same things. They like train me how to cook in a hard way. Cut this meat properly. Do this greens like this. Do it like. So there was no love as they were teaching you? I never saw love. Okay, I can say honestly, I've never seen love, like someone love me like while you were growing, you didn't experience. Okay. No. So I just learned to be responsible. I learned to be careful. I learned to not to do mistakes. Literally, I learned to prove that I can do it. I never grew up to be me. So you did not even care what you had to do. You just wanted to prove that you can do things. I just wanted to do things the way they want me to do them, not the way I am you would able have to do them. Okay. Yeah. So when I reached, of course, P3, change of environment, home situations, my performance started coming down. This went to my school, making friends. Of course, I felt like no one loves me. And making friends was so hard for me at school. I would go sit on my desk, look at people. When the class is over, come back home and face life. Then they started calling me dull. At home and at school? Yes, at home. Okay. Instead of dad sitting down and realizing why my child is this way, he gave me a tag that I'm so dull. No wonder you cannot do anything for yourself. You can never be intelligent. Because my results were really bad.
But at first, were they good?
At first, I can't say. I cannot now predict my results of P1 to, from P1 to P2.
P2.
I can't.
Okay.
But I have a clear picture of how my P3 results were.
Because of the way they treated you?
Yes.
Okay.
So, of course, I know I told you I was a cheerful girl. Like, I wasn't settled in one place. That's me. I remember mom telling me, mommy would shout at me, would question me why I'm losing books at school. Maybe, I believe it's a characteristics of any young age child. I would lose books at school. I would lose pencils. Sometimes I would not write. Yeah, but those things didn't define my intelligence level. So, when they gave me a tag that I'm dull on my face, I believed it. I believe that I'm actually dull. If my dad can be the one to tell me this, why not? Maybe I am.
So he knows me better.
Yeah, so I would go to school with reluctant heart that, after all, I'm dull. So I even if I would wish to do something better in class or engage, I'll just do it to the minimum. That thing will ring in my why are you struggling? After
You're
all,
dull.
You're dull.
Okay.
But I still pushed through. When I reached P4, maybe I didn't perform well. I can't remember P4 results because they shifted me back to the village. We went back to the village. When we went back to the village, my stepmom had already given birth to 2 children now.
Okay.
So this second born, I was now in P5. I literally became a nanny.
To your step?
I became a nanny at home. I became the maid at home, and I was a pupil.
And a mother to your siblings?
And a mother to my 2 siblings. First, leave alone my 2 siblings because I have one yet at home. But the other one is still with my mother. So my mother went to another family. She married to another man and left that young child. By then, she was about 1 year and a half. They left her with my great-grandmother.
Okay.
So my baby sister would eat leftover foods.
The one was with your great-grandmother?
The one who was my grandmother. She would eat leftover foods. Her stomach was like a ball.
Okay.
So I remember going to pick her. I told my dad, whether you say what, I'm going to pick her. We're just like not a long walk distance.
How old were you by that time?
By that time, I was 9.
9?
Yes.
Okay.
I picked my younger sister, brought her home. Of course, I didn't know anything. I don't have to take care of a child like the way I could now. But I told her, we shall eat the food I cook. Because I know, even if I don't have peace in this home, there's always food. At least let her be with us and she eats.
She eats well.
Yeah. So I would shower her. I remember I didn't know how to shower kids very well. So I would meet my mom maybe in the market. My mom would be like, all of you come, I shower you. So we would carry ourselves, go to mommy's place, mommy showers us, and we come back when we're all looking good. But there's a boundary line that my dad drew. He never wanted mom to see us. Reason being, mom is intelligent, mom is illiterate, mommy knows nothing. She cannot be
That's how your
associated.
Father defined your mother to you?
Yes. Okay. Mom cannot be associated to us. So, but still, children and mothers would sneak when dad is not around, would sneak and be. That thing pained me that dad doesn't want us to see mommy, but I'll still see her regardless.
Okay.
So I took care of these things concurrently, and these things affected my grade at school so badly. I became like a robot. I would wake up at 5 a.m., make porridge for the young baby, that time we never had diapers. There were these clothes which you tie on baby's bum. Soak them in water, mop the house, sweep the compound, prepare breakfast for the middle-aged children. By now it's already maybe 9, 8, go to school. I would reach late every day. But you know what my stepmom did? She told the teacher at school, there's a teacher in charge of pupils about what? I don't know.
Let's come in early.
That girl doesn't like waking up early. Every day she wakes up late.
Yet you wake up to do all those things.
When she reaches late, cane her very well so that she can wake up early. My girl, I would be kind every day at school, but I didn't know why. Every day I know I'm going to receive at least 3 canes. It reached the time my body became neutral to canes. I'm like, a sure deal. Even if I wake up at 4 a.m., I would still reach late. They want people at school by 7. Everyone should be inside. I reach 8:30. The earliest is 8. They'll still cane me. And now another thing I learned is that I used to just learn how to do home things like wake up, cook porridge, make breakfast. Even when I reach school that morning hours, when it reaches midday, my head has to be ringing for lunchtime. Yeah, by 1 I have to be home to make food.
So you would leave school, go make food.
Yes, I'll leave school more earlier so that people, my siblings can come home and have lunch. And then put beans on fire for supper on charcoal. And then I tell the neighbors, I've left beans on fire, keep checking for me. But I'm in class, my head is like, where am I going to get the greens? I need to fetch water. I didn't sweep this part. Are the goats okay? Like, it was like the whole home was in my head.
At 9 years.
So now when I reached, when the teacher is teaching, all that, I am just not there in class.
You're just there physically.
Yes. So when results came out, my total mark for the whole grade in P5 was 78. I can't now think how many I got in all those papers, but it was 78. So when they brought this thing to the senior social worker, who was my dad, he was so disappointed. How could you get 78 out of 400, out of 100? Because 100 is supposed to be like 400 total. How can you get 78? That is supposed to be a mark for one paper. You're so dull. You're so useless. The whole of that holiday, it was a December holiday. I was the topic of that day.
Every day.
Every day. You wake up in the morning, dull child. You go to the kitchen, you only know how to cook. Cooking is the best thing you can do in your life. You go to fetch water, look at you. Like, now, another thing I can draw down is that, remember, I'm focusing on home responsibilities. I didn't know how to take care of myself.
You are taking care of others?
Yes.
Living out yourself?
I did not take care of myself. First of all, to shower, I can say openly that time I was still susuring in the bed. And I could wake up in the morning. Of course, those things would nag them. Instead of telling the young girl, by the way, when you wake up in the morning and you've watered your bed, shower, clean your bed, do that, the only thing they will be like, even no man will marry you. You're so useless. How can you do this at your age? Go and bring up your mattress, even when other kids are there. Remember, I'm now approaching adolescence. I want some things to be private,
right?
All that. So they would expose my life. I felt like I am nobody. I would still be, I will manage. After all, I have nowhere to go. I have no one. I will manage. So I only had my grandma. I'll go to grandma. I'll tell her everything. Then she'll be like, don't worry. Everything will be fine. So I grew up with a resentment, hatred. No one loved me. I am useless. All those tags on me.
So did that like affect you to your secondary school?
A lot. Yes.
So how did you manage to juggle all those things while in secondary school?
So when I reached secondary school, senior one was hard because it was more like I've just came from that environment. Secondary school became a safe place for me. But what made me a lot to handle this pain, all that was, I became closer to God. Yeah. Remember, I used to talk with my pillow. So in a Catholic family, the life is not trained, prayers are not trained the same way an Anglican or born again family would do. And my school was a Pentecostal school.
Okay.
So I joined the SU team. They would fellowship and talk and narrate life. So I was like, maybe I can talk to Jesus. But I wasn't saved. So instead of now going to cry with my pillow, this time now I cried to him. And I'm now, Jesus, I'm not fine. I'm in pain. Like, that's how I learned to juggle all that.
So was your father like paying your, bills, school fees, pocket money? Were you in boarding school or just
Yes, I
school?
was in a boarding school.
Okay.
He gave me all the basics I need for school, but not luxury or not enough.
He gave you the needs, not the wants.
Yeah, my
Okay.
pocket money was 20K for the whole term, I remember. And I cannot say I had everything, because you can have everything for going to school, but in the middle of the school, I would be visited rarely by God's grace.
Okay. Who
So
would visit your dad or your stepmom?
it depends, but mostly my stepmom used to come to visit me.
Oh,
Yeah. But I lacked so many things in secondary school, especially when school is ending. But those were not like so much in pain with me, because my friends were always there for me.
Yeah, I actually wanted to come to the point of your friends.
Yeah.
Your friends and your classmates and maybe teachers around you, were they so supportive, or they would also tear you down?
Actually, I never wanted to come home because of that.
So they were supportive.
Yeah. I never told them how I'm feeling at home, but I think the Jesus I used to talk to made me to have people who loved me the way I am.
Without knowing.
Yes. I had a teacher called Madame Rosaline. She just loved me from senior 1 till I finished senior 6. She called me daughter.
Oh.
Like, she would even check on me over weekends. She would buy me pads and come, like, I'm coming. She would even tell me, I have one son, so you're my daughter. So
Okay.
it made me feel safe. Even when I'm home during holidays and I feel pain, I would call her.
Wow.
Yeah.
So now transitioning from secondary to university. Now this is where we have like actual adulthood.
Yes, but something happened in senior 5.
Okay.
Senior 6 second term. When I went for holidays, I was in a trading center and my dad insulted me in public. And he related everything to my mother.
Okay.
And that maybe I felt like part of my brain was cut in 2 pieces. I felt like my heart was shattered. He called me how mad I am. First of all, he called me mad because my mother made me mad. He told me I would have been a better person if my mother didn't destroy me. Your mom actually destroyed every bit of you. For now, you are not nobody, but you're just a living body. You can never do anything productive for yourself. That thing happened that I was selling things in my father's shop. And of course, people used to come and pick things in credit and I would record. So this time, a reverend sister, we have an institution of reverend sisters in our home. A reverend sister came and picked cooking oils and told me, we have no money at the convent, but I'll give you the money when time comes. I recorded it in the book. So weeks passed. I'm this young child. I can't just go and demand Supreme Mother in the market that give me my 5,000. I need it.
Okay.
So she phoned my stepmom in the market and then, Madam, by the way, last time I came to your shop and found your daughter, I picked this and this. I didn't return the money. I'm going to come back and do what?
And give
Pay
you the
it
money
to you. I'm going to send someone tomorrow. So this lady came and told me, so when were you going to tell me that sister came and picked money and you didn't tell us? This is how you're going to make this shop to fail. This is how you're killing our business. So my dad didn't follow the story. He just came and started pouring me those words. So as the records, where are the records? So I went home crying. And that thing affected my senior 6 results a lot. Because from senior 5 up to senior 6 second term, the least I would get is 13 points. Like, that's the least. That's what I got in mock. But when this thing happened, of course, now I went to first UNEB term.
Yeah.
I got 7 points. And I failed GP.
Which combination, by the way?
I did DEG, Divinity, Economics, Geography.
Okay.
I got 7 points. When results came out, Dad was like, you must go back and repeat. I told him, no, this is a story. Why I got 7 points is going to be a story. You're the reason why I got it. You destroyed me, actually, when I was going to face that. So, having all this during time of paying tuition, of course, he used to pay, but of course, those words never missed his lips.
At the university?
No, primary, secondary.
Okay.
Those words of how useless you are, how I'm wasting my school fees on you, how you're not supposed to be my child, but you're just a disgrace. They never left me. And he never stopped saying them before he pays me any money.
Okay.
So when I left for university, I made up my mind that enough is enough. I shouldn't make Daddy feel like I'm a burden to him. Regardless the condition, I'm going to look for a job. And I get it. And I at least take care of some of these things before it becomes too much for me. Yeah. 2020, I joined campus. Year 1, of course, he paid hostel. He gave me money.
Which institution were you?
I was in Chambogo University. I was doing Bachelor's of Arts in Social Sciences. I think I just went to university to study psychology.
Oh.
Reason? I wanted to understand why my dad treats me that way.
Okay.
I wanted to understand, because he used to call me mad. I wanted to understand why I'm not behaving like
a mad person,
crazy
yet
people
they
on the
call you
street,
mad.
and that I am mad. And I believed that I was mad. I wanted to understand why things happen in families and yet other people have happiness.
Happy families.
Why us? So when they added other courses like sociology, all that, those were just by the ways for me. My concern was I want to do psychology. And see. So, of course, when I got the first grade, when I got like the first papers, results for year 1, and my grades were ranging at 75, 80, 65. I even took a screenshot and sent my dad. I'm like, I thought you said I will not get 80 in my life. How come I'm getting 80 here? Then he told me, for you, university is very cheap. Those things are very simple.
Anyone can get a grade.
Yes, university is very simple. But the fact is, you are not that good in anything.
That's the bare minimum.
Yeah. But what I can say is that if I didn't go to school or if I wasn't persistent with life, my dad would have destroyed me.
Okay, so now trying to understand the university life. Like, what purported your father to denounce you now officially? Because there he would still come in.
Yeah. So when we walked a journey, I started with middle semester lacking pads, lacking basics, no money for cooking. Sometimes I would sleep on yogurt. The pain was still there. I would call home. I need some money. I need help. I don't have. Call your uncle. I would call my brother. I don't have. I am also busy with my life. I felt like it is just me in this world.
You're abandoned.
No one else. It is just me. And if I give up on me, everyone has already given up on me. It is not going to be easy. So I started working again. Of course, I got a job. I was determined. And I love my life or my personality, that when I'm determined to do something, I always don't give up on it.
I would also now want to ask, I'm sorry to cut you short, but you spoke about personality. For someone who would be in that kind of situation, they would have opted for other options, get someone rich, sugar daddy-ish, get a rich boyfriend, target rich people from rich families.
I had so many options.
Yeah, so why did you, specifically be intentional with getting what you do? You wanted clean money. You wanted to first work for your money.
I had so many options. Like all those options you're talking about, I had them. One thing I learned along that way is that men really don't care who you are, where you come from. As long as you're ready to offer what they want, the money will always come. But it didn't just sit well with me that one day, okay, this is what I always believe in myself. One day I'll be a mother, and I wouldn't want to attach this story to my children.
Okay.
I want to tell them the whole story without hiding anything. Now, if I have a part of a sugar daddy sponsoring my rent,
and
I would obviously hide it from them. And I want to be a mother. I want to be my mother who was rejected. That woman, that happy home, I want it in my family.
Okay.
And I cannot have it with a sugar daddy story. Then again, of course, I became closer to God.
Yeah.
Attachments of spiritual ties, sexual engagements, which I wasn't interested in. So I didn't go for that. But trust me, there were so many options. So
With
many.
big offers.
Yes.
Okay.
Others were even international offers.
Interesting. Okay.
Government just declared that they don't have finances to sponsor
Ouch.
that period of time. And I could not, of course, call these rich dudes to pay
After
my school
rejecting
fees. Yeah, so there was this person, of course I can say a student leader, a Lubara student leader in my school. This boy told me, don't worry, just give me 800,000. I'll put your name on state scholarship. I will give you money, and you pay, even you study, you'll get accommodation. Of course, I was paying my own rent.
Okay.
I used to pay my own rent, feed myself, dress myself. The only thing that used to give was 600 school fees part for me.
Not full, but
not
600.
full. Yeah. So I'm like, wow, this is a good offer. And one thing I learned in that lesson is that desperate people do desperate things
Without thinking.
Yes.